रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम्.
Yeah. The audio clear? Yeah, we'll start. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambattvamanusandatami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshiniim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Patranetra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैर्रणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगण्डोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Welcome all. So we are discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are now in the third chapter. We've been finished up to verses 13. 13 we did explain little bit, but we will do a little more explanation on the 13th sloka. 13th sloka of third chapter, Karma Yoga. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते त्वघं पापा भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापा ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः, the sadhakas who are whatever phalam they get through as a yajna rupam, they overcome the karma vasanas, and those who do only for a karma for me and myself, right, that is just karma. Pachanti means cooking for self. Those who cook for only self, here cooking means all the karma and only want to enjoy only for self. They pachanti atmakaranat. So here vasana vimukti, the vasana vimukti, karma vasana vimukti is possible only by doing all the karmas as yajnam. So yajnam here, see, as there was a yajna shabdam was clearly defined in one of this. So here the pancha maha yajnam is very, very important. And also earlier in the previous verse explained about those who are only pachanti means cooking for only self, these tena eva. So it is our individual's responsibility to do our service to the people around us, the humans, the animals, and the environment, the rishis, and also the mains. So those who are responsible for us to be here, the pitris. So pitri yajnam, rishi yajnam, or brahma yajnam, deva yajnam. Who are devas? Devas are those like Vayu, Agni, etc. Also the devas, whenever we hear devas, they are the ones who are taking care of our organs, right? What we have learned in I always say this in Lagunyasam, right? Prajanane Brahmadishtadu, like that. All the devas who are taking care of the indriyas, who are behind the functioning of the indriyas, so them also we have to revere. So deva yajnam, pitri yajnam, manushya yajnam, brahma yajnam, and bhuta yajnam. So this is the service to be done to the people around us, all the animals and plants, etc. When we do our service to the society as yajnam, when we do our service to the yajnam, then what happens is the karma vasana gets distinguished. So that is the panchamaha yajnam. And panchamaha yajnam, out of the panchamaha yajnam, we get rid of the karma vasanas. those who are doing karmas self, only for self, they agham bhujanti. Agham bhujanti. Can we take the questions at the end, please? Is it okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Then this is what it is. In Smriti, it is there is a in Smriti, agham cha kevalam bhunkte pachanti atmakaranad. So this is there in Shruti. It is sorry, Smriti. In Smriti, it is there. I will tell you where it is. Yeah, in Manusmriti, he who cooks food merely for his own sake eats only sin. Agham sa kevalam bhunkte yaha pachanti atmakaranat. So this is there in one of the Smriti also. Here the same thing. Papaye pachanti atmakaranat. So what is the goal? The goal is one. The only goal is Atma Sakshatkaram, one, Swadharmanushtanam, right? Whatever is every individual, wherever they are, whatever karma they are in, whatever action they are in, let it be going to the office, or let it be an engineer or a doctor or whatever be, let it be a tailor or a cook or a homemaker, doesn't matter what, or a teacher, whatever be the job, swadharma anushtanam. So this swadharma anushtanam, when it is done as a service to everyone else, then we get rid of the karma vasana in us. But karma vasana is the instincts will get rid of, raga dvesham will come down, and when the raga dvesham is coming down, naturally the our ananda swarupam will be revealed, and the result will be shanti, parama shanti, right? So, and then how to do this? Sarvatra brahma darshanam, right? Yatra yatra manoyati brahmanas tatra darshanam. So wherever the mind goes, whatever you see, right, whatever you smell is nothing but brahman. Especially we have to remember those with whom we have some dislikes. When if we have some dislikes towards someone, do not try to forget, try to remember them more. Put them in front of you and give that prakriti, that character, that prakriti, that is also functioning because of brahman. And that person or whatever it is nothing but brahman only. So see, sarvatra brahma darshanam, sarvatra ishvara darshanam is the only way to remove the raga dvesham. So we cannot change anyone, we cannot change anything, but what we can do is we can get rid of the attitude towards those situations, those people, etc. That is what is removing, that is called raga dvesham. Both the aversion and attachment, both is removed with the people who we have too much of attachment, and also those people whom we do not generally like. So both these have to be ragadvesham to be removed, and that is the one, sarvatra ishvara darshanam. And if it is sukham or dukkham or whatever it is for only my own good. It is for my own good, this dukkham or sukham is there. So, and it is given. See, one thing we have to remember: if there is no dukkham, if there are no situations which have haunted us, which have tormented us, we will never have found out the real truth. We will never come for a Vedanta. We will never look towards Upanishad. So the dukkham is all the dukkhams or all the sufferings that we have gone through, all the disturbances that we have gone through in our lives is a blessing from God. If without those experiences, without those dukkham or the sufferings, without that, we will never have thought why this is happening to me. This question will never arise in us. So the earlier this question arises in us, the better. Because when this question arises in us, there will be sufficient buddhi, there will be sufficient strength, physical strength, as well as the mental ability to work through this, right? To work through this, so that whatever is told in the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, we will understand it clearly. When we understand it clearly, we get rid of this karma vasanas. When we get rid of our karma vasanas, then the anandam in us will be revealed, and there will be total, the complete shanti. We will know that I am this atma. In me the world arises. In me, when I say in me, it is the atma, which is, atma is all pervading atma, not bound in this body. When I say atma, please do not think that it is bound by this boundary of this body. When I say Atma, when I say in me, it is that Atma which is all pervading, Brahma, Atma, Ishvara, etc. In that, this world appears, or this world arises, this Prakriti, right? This Prakriti, that is Kshara Prakriti and Akshara Prakriti. Don't get confused with these words. This will come later. That is why I am telling now only. Ksharam, Aksharam. Aksharam is that which does not get destroyed. Akshara Brahmam. Kshara Brahmam is that this Prakriti which is continuously changing, right? Which is constant change that is happening. That is karma. Anything that is constant change is called Kshara Brahmam. That which does not change is called Adhishtanam or Akshara Brahmam. Kshara Brahmam, Akshara Brahmam. One is the Prakriti, or the Prakriti appears because of the Maya Shakti of the Brahman, or the Prakriti appears in Brahman, in that which is unmoving, unchanged, achalam, and it's all pervading, which is thick, right? Cannot move here and there. On that, the appearance of the change that we see is Jadam, that which is there, Jadavastu, that is called Kshara Brahmam. This knowledge, when we settles in, when I say in me, I am Aham Brahmasmi. When I say the Atma, when I say in me, the world. When I say in me, it includes everything, right? So there is a beautiful verse in Malayalam. Ananda Chinmaya Hare Gopikaramana Jnananna Bhavamad Tonaika Venamiha Tonunnata Kilakhilam Jnanitenna Vari Tonename Varada Narayanaya Nama. The meaning is this: Hey Ananda Chinmaya, hey Gopika Ramana, hey Bhagavan, Jnananna Bhavam Adatonaika. This individual I, okay, this Aham Vritti, or this egoistic I, that I am doing something, this should never come. Jnananna Bhavamada Tonaika Venam. I should not think that I am this limited Jivatma. I am this limited Jiva. That should not be there. Tonunnadagil. If at all I know, if at all I want to know, right? If at all I am known, right? Tonunnadagil. If there is at all, there should not be a notion of I. If there is a notion of I, then if there is a notion of I, Tonunnadagil Akhilam Jnanidannavadi. The whole world is me. Right? Akasha Shariram Brahma. The Akasham, the space is the body, the Virat Rupam. The Virat Rupam of that is me. That should be that is, there is no two or three bodies, not one body here, the other body here. Everything is one. In that should be my thought. If at all I think like that, I should have this feeling. There is no other. There is only one and only one. That is Advaitam. So this thought should be there. That is what is called Sarvatra Ishvara Darshanam. Okay. Well, now we are ready for the 14th and 15th verse. Together we will do 14th and 15th. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyaha yajnah karma samudbhavaha. karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishthitam. 14th verse. Bhutani annad bhavanti. We'll go one by one. We'll take little by little. All this bhutani means everything that we see, all the humans, animals, plants, whatever we see, all bhutani annat bhavanti. It is from annam, that is from food only. So here we know very clearly, the father eats food, the mother eats food, and then from the Soni Shuklam or the ovum and the sperm, another life is formed, right? So this is how it is. Everyone eats food and the child is born. Like that, all that is born in this universe is like that. There are three types, I think. Egg, yeah, right, and another is giving birth, and the third is from the sweat, etc. So everything that is born, everything is because of food only. People or the animals, they eat food, and from the food only the next the child is born. So even in Taittiriya Upanishad is very clear. uh, आकाशाद् वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरापः अद्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या पृथिव्या ओषधयः. See, पृथिवी, from the earth, ओषधयः, all the plant kingdom. ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम्, ओषधि, from the plants the food is created. Annat purushah, from annat this purushah, this all the bhutas, right? Purushah, annat purushah, sava yesha purusha vidayeva tasya purusha vidadam anvayam purusha vidaha, right? Tasya tasyedame vachiraha, this annaha, this anna rasamayah here, and everything is anna rasamayam. Tasyedame vachiraha, this is the head. I am dakshina pakshaha, I am uttara pakshaha, this is my right side, this is my left hand, right? I am uttara pakshaha. Pakshaha means wings. So wings. So it is it's a metaphor. So this is the head, this is the right wing, this is the left wing, right? What is it? Siraha. I am dakshina pakshaha, I am uttara pakshaha, I am atma, this body. Because this is the annamaya body we are explaining. I am atma, then the legs, idam pucham pratishtha, means on which the strong base, that is what it is. So this is the explanation, and also the same afterwards it continues. Ayam dakshina pakshaha, ayam uttara pakshaha, ayam atma idam pucham pratishtha tadapyesha sloko bhavati annadvai praja prajayante. Yeah, okay, I'm not going more there. Then Annam Brahme Divyajanat in Bhriguvalli is there. Anna Devagal Vimani Bhuta Nijayante. Anne Najata Nijivanti. Annam Prayante Abhisam Visanti. See, all that is being born because of Annam only, and it is growing by eating food only, right? And then everything becomes food for everything else. So the bodies that we see is made up of food only, right? It is made up of food, and it grows with food, and it becomes a food for others. Is it not? Think about it. It is. It is, because if we burn or if you put it in the earth, it becomes a food for the other, or the all the bacteria or krimi kida etc will eat it up. Is it not? If you burn it, it becomes it merges with the panchabhutas, and the panchabhutas again is used to make another bodies. I think in certain community, I think Parsi community, they actually put the body for others to eat. The vultures and the eagles, they eat. In Mumbai, there is a, it's called Tower of Silence or something in Mumbai. So they put the human bodies when they die, they put, and then they really offer these bodies for food for the other bhutas. So even if we don't do anything, it is going to become food only, right? So there is no confusion here. It becomes food. So annad bhavanti bhutani. So all the bhutas are annad bhavanti. It is from the food only. Then parjanyadanna sambhavaha. This food is from Parjani. Parjanya means clouds, from the clouds, because of rains, right? From the rains, the food is being created or food is produced. Parjanya danna sambhavaha. Parjanyaha yajnat bhavati. Parjanyaha yajnat bhavati. Right? Parjanyaha yajnat bhavati. From yajnam. Parjanyat bhavati. Just 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So Parjanyaha yajnat bhavati. Here yajna shabdam, in various commentaries you will find various things. Some say that yajnam, we have already defined yajnam. Bhagavan has defined yajnam. Yajnam is those actions without getting attached to any results. So all these devas, right? The sun, the air, the water, right? Because of the sun rays and the heat which is falling on the ocean, etc., right? The clouds are formed and the water vapor is being carried by the air and it becomes cloud, and then from the clouds rains. So the nishkama karma, as a this brahmanishtaha devaha, when they do their karma as yajnam, then rains are formed, the clouds are formed, and from the clouds rain is formed. There is this way we can think of yajna shabdam. Otherwise also yajnat, the Parjani, the yajnad means when people do offerings, when they do offerings to the god, then that also will produce rains, right? But the yaga, but now we have to think this. Nowadays, hardly there are any yagas or yajnas, is it not? And there are places where they don't do any yajnas, but still the rain is always there. So the rains are. It is not just because of that. When you do a yaga or yajna, okay, then also all the devas parasparam bhavayantaha, as I told you, when we do the right thing, okay, when we have the reverence towards the air, water, plants, etc., there will be rains. Yes, the last class we discussed this, is it not? The devaha parasparam bhavayantaha, you foster them, they foster you. So like that, these devas, when you have the gratitude and respect for them and don't do the wrong things, right? When we don't do the wrong things like polluting the environment, cutting trees, etc., when we do polluting water, all this will affect the rains. So when we do our everyone's swadharma as yajnam, then there is nothing that we every one of us, all the human beings, we don't do anything for ourselves, personal things, then that will not cause any damage to the environment, and they also shower us with the rains. Okay, so this is another way of explanation. All these explanations I found in various commentaries. So but idea is very clear. The idea is, I think we understand the idea, that is more important. अन्नाद् भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्न संभवः यज्ञाद् भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः. This yajna, this yajnam, all these yajnam, they are formed from karma samudbhavaha. That is very clear. From the karmas only yajna are formed. All, see, the karmas or the actions. So in the previous verse, there is the sahayajna praja srishtva purovacha prajapatihi, 10th verse. So along with the prajaha, then sahayajnaha, all the karmas are also there. So in these karmas are the reason for yajnaha. Yajnas means karmam nishkama karma. So from the karma only yajnas are there. So yajnaha karma samudbhavaha. From karma actions only yajnam is there. Is it not? From actions yajnam is coming. Yajnam is same karmas only. When it is done as a nishkama karma, it becomes yajnam. That's all. So the adhishtanam or the cause of this yajnam is karma. So from karmas yajnas are born. Yajnaha karma samudbhavaha. Then karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. Yeah, here this karma, all these actions, Brahma means one explanation is Vedaha. Okay, Brahma means Vedaha. Another explanation is Brahma means the mind or the cosmic mind. From the cosmic mind, the karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. Know that all these actions, all these karma are born from the mind or from Vedas, right? Vedas. See, Vedas have got all the swadharmam or the vihita karmam is clearly prescribed in Vedas. And Vedas are anadi. Vedas are not being written by somebody, or there is no authorship for the Vedas. Along with the world, the Vedas are also came. So in Vedas, say like see the words also still we have to remember the 10th verse. Sahayajna praja srishtva purovaja prajapatihi. So when along with that the Prajapati, when he created the universe, along with that the karmas are also there. So these karmas are nothing but which is prescribed karmas. Vihita karma, that is clearly identified or mentioned in Vedas. So Vedas are the cause for all the karmas, or you can take it as cosmic mind. From the cosmic mind, so you take individually, vyashti and samashti. Vyashti means the individually, you take ourselves. When you take ourselves, from our mind the karma sprouts. For what? For some reason, right? The karma vasana is there in us, right? The instinct is there, something I have to do. That something what we do, that is being formed in the mind. A sankalpam is there, right? We think that I want to become someone, or I have some karma vasana in me. It is some karma vasana. Each individual has some vasana is there, some instinct is there to do something. From that thought, right? From that thought, a action is produced, an action is being born. So if you take in a samashti, if you take in a universal sense, cosmic sense, from the cosmic mind or the Brahma, all the karmas, right? Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. So all karmas, all the actions that the Prakriti does here, everything, the cause behind that is the mind, a mind, individually as well as in a universally. Universally also, that mind, the cosmic mind, from which all the actions are there, all karmas are there. And from the karma yajnas, the same karma when it is done as nishkama, that is yajnam. When it is done as nishkama karma, and from those yajnas the rains are formed, and from the rains annam, and annas, from the annam all bhutas, right? The picture is very clear till here. So annam, parjani, that is clouds, rains, then yajnam, and the karma, and from the karma what we have is mind, right? Mind, till there we have reached. Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam. This mind, what is the base of this mind is Akshara Samudbhavam. That is Akshara Brahmam. So that is why I said Kshara Brahmam and Akshara Brahmam. Kshara Brahmam is that which is constantly changing. That is the Kshara Brahmam or this Prakriti. The Prakriti, what you see here, the change that you see here, that's it. So like the say, it's not very difficult. Don't think this is very difficult. This is very easy to understand. The change that is happening in each one of us, right? From 1 kg or 2 kg to 70 kg. This is a very simple example you take. Like that, you see constant change. Constant change that is happening is called Kshara Brahman. That which does not change at all is Akshara Brahman. What is that which does not change? Now it's a very easy question. Everyone knows now, right? Akshara Brahman is that Brahman which is Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupam, which is the Bhagavan, which is the Ishwaran, which does not move, which is the Adhishtanam for everything. That is called Akshara Brahman. And from that Akshara Brahman, because of this cosmic mind, right, or the Brahma, it creates this whole universe, and in that when it created, along with that yajnas are produced, right? From those yajnas, yajna karmas, parjani, the rains, and the rains, the food is produced, and from the food, all bhutas are there. So this is a chakram. Okay, this is a cycle which is happening here. A cycle is explained. So it is adhishtanam here. Here the adhishtanam is Akshara Brahmam is the adhishtanam, and from Akshara Brahmam, Kshara Brahmam. Okay, don't get worried too much about these words, because these words will help you when you read other prakarana granthas or when you understand Upanishads or some other books, etc. So that is why I am mentioning this is very clear. That which does not move, that which is all pervading, which is dense, thick, which does not change at all, in that unchanging Brahman, Kshara Brahmam, that which changes continuously, or you call it Prakriti, that Prakriti, and from that Prakriti, karmas are there. The karmas, from the karmas, yajna karmas are there. All when it is done as yajnam, yajnam means when every one of us, each one of us, humans, when we do our service to the society, not for me and myself, removing me and myself attitude, when we do our karmas as yajnam, then all the devas, they shower us with rains, and from the rains we get food, and then from the food the jivas are created, and this cycle goes on. So which is the adhishtanam is Akshara Brahmam. So to explain this, Bhagavan has taken this beautiful two verses. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyah yajna karma samudbhavaha karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagadam brahma nityam yajne pratishtitam. Right? So this for us to understand, for us to understand it clearly, Bhagavan has taken these two verses. The last karma brahmodbhavam that we explained, brahmakshara samudbhavam, brahma akshara samudbhavam. Then what is the next? Tasmat sarvagadam brahma. Tasmat all the reason for these karma chalanam, because of this, what we have from this, whatever we have understood so far, what is the parama karanam is Brahman, right? The parama karanam is Brahman, Ishwaran, Ishvara, Kutastha, Akshara Brahma. Kutastha is another word used, that's all. Kutastha, don't worry, Kutastha Brahman or Akshara Brahman. Brahman, Sarvagatam, Nityam Brahma, all pervading, Nityam, right? Which is never born, which is always there, which is never born. When something which is never born, which never dies, right? Which is always there, Deshakalavadibyam, there is no time or space, right? All beyond space and time. Space and time comes in now only, afterwards. So space and time is meaningless, in Brahman. So sarvavyapi sarvagatam nitya brahma yajne pratishtitam. Here again yajne pratishtitam. Okay. Why yajne pratishtitam? We know that only when the actions are performed as a yajnam, when we do all our jobs, whatever be the job, then it is done without the ego, it's not for me and myself. Only I have to be happy. Only my children have to be happy. Only my wife or my husband, my parents only to be happy. No one else. This attitude, without this attitude, when it is done as a service to everyone, then we get rid of karma vasana and we realize Brahman. We realize God, or God realization, self realization, shanti, atma jnanam. When this atma, where is this atma jnanam now? Or where we are finding this Brahman? Where we are realizing this God is only in yajnam. When the karmas are done as yajnam, that is the only way of realization. Even if there is a slightest thought of me and mine, this ultimate happiness will never come. Ultimate anandam will never be achieved. So only all the actions are to be performed as yajna. And when that is the reason why Brahman is yajne pradishthita. So the last verse, Sarvagadam Brahma Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam. That is the meaning of this. So this is a beautiful two verses. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyaha yajna karma samudbhavaha कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षर समुद्भवं तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्. So the devas, all the sun, moon, air, etc., all of these devadas, they are performing their duties as yajnam. And when the humans, when we perform all our duties as yajnam, then parasparam bhavayantaha, right? Each one will foster the other, and through that there will be aishwaryam, there will be prosperity in us. So whatever yajnavasishtam, oh, that does not come at, yeah, I think that verse is over, no? Yeah, yajna sinas santaha, right? So when we perform our duties as yajnam, whatever be the phalam, right? Muchyante sarva kilbishahi, all kilbishahi, all the papam or punyam, both it is transcended, and the karma vasana is reduced, and then it vanishes. It is flushed out of our system. So what is that we have to remember from these two verses? These two verses is that we have to perform all our swadharmam, vihita karmam, whatever is necessary to be done, whatever our swadharmam is, that has to be performed as yajnam. Remove our me and mine attitude, reduce, and make it zero, right? Make it zero. In some of the industries, it's called zero accident. zero, zero accident. So we make it here zero accident. Accident here is me and mine attitude. This is completely flushed out of the system. So karma vasana is gone, and by that we become prosperous also. It's a promise given by Bhagavan, right? We become prosperous also. Now we are ready for the 16th verse. Now 16th. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati nanuvartayati hayaha aghayurindriya ramo mogham partha sajivati. Hey Partha, yaha evam pravartitam chakram, that is this cycle which is being explained in the previous verses. This chakram means the cycle. Iha na anuvartayati. Okay, one who is not following with reverence, with respect, with gratitude, right? With that, if anyone who is not following this chakram, or who is not able to grasp this, or who is not ready to assimilate this knowledge, who is not ready, then what happens? Aghayuhu. Aghayuhu. He is a papayus. Indriyaramaha saha mogham jivati. Mogham jivati means his life becomes waste. Mogham jivati. His life is a waste. One who does not follow this. And this person, what sort of person is he? This person, he or she. That the person is Indriyaramaha. See, we hardly find this word Indriya Ramaha many times. We only hear Atma Ramaha, right? Atma Ramaha we hear. Here it is Indriya Ramaha. Just the opposite of Atma Ramaha. Indriya Ramaha is one who is rejoiced in the Indriyas only. When this person is enjoying everything for pleasure, as a pleasure, that person he is enjoying the things. See, it is not that enjoyment doesn't mean that you should not eat or you should not go for movies or that. Please don't get confused by that. Okay, here this person's enjoyment is with a lot of vasanas. That is that lot of addiction, right? Then addiction means I have to do this. If I don't get, I will be unhappy. That sort of attitude, without realizing the impermanency of this jada vastu, enjoying it. Without realizing it, enjoying it. This person, Pachanti. See, in Srimad Bhagavatam, these examples are given for all these 5 types of people. Okay. This is, see, what are the 5 sense organs? Indriya Ramaha. What are the 5 sense organs? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandham. Right? So one who gets engrossed in it. Shabdam. For example, if you take the example given is one, there is the hunter. He comes to catch the deer. Okay, I'm not going to the verses, just the story. I mean, just the examples only I will tell. If you can read Bhagavatam 11th skandam 8th chapter. So Srimad Bhagavatam 11th chapter 11th skandam 8th chapter Ekadasham, you can see it. So Upadesham Yadu Avadhuta Samvadam, somewhere it is there. It is like the deer, to catch the deer, what the hunter does is he plays the flute. When he plays the flute, the deer, they run towards that, and the hunter catches that. So the deer is so much engrossed with, forgets the environment, forgets the risk, etc., and then he's being caught. So one who goes like that towards Shabdam. Now, how is it connected with us? Very simple. We get disturbed by many sounds. We get attached to certain sounds. We like only certain singer's voice. We don't like rap music. We don't like some other music. Is it not? So is it bad to be not liking rap music or anything? It's not like that. So as per the individual, whatever they like, It is not necessary that only a particular type of sound, if you are attached to, if your son or daughter, somebody, if they put some rap music there, we don't like it, because we are not seeing it as just sound. We had some input data which through us, which we had listened earlier, and we think that this is good for me, so this I like. Because of my liking towards this particular music, okay, I get attached to it, so the other sound becomes, I have aversion. Is it not? See, this happens. See, suppose you are sleeping at night. We are sleeping at night, 2 o'clock, dog barking. Suddenly, dogs bark. It's very common in all the places. So, without realizing it, we don't like the sound of the dogs barking. Either it is daytime also we don't like, because we are not seeing the sound as it is. The way we are making sound, the way I am talking to you now, it's a sound. Is it not? Is it different from a dog barking? It's just a sound. It is just a sound. So when you get attached to the sound, then when you get attached, you like that kind of sound, then you don't like the other kind of sound. This is the disturbance which is causing. This is how we fall into the trap. So the example given is how we have to understand in our lives. Shabdam, sparsham, that is the touch. Because of the touch, the example given in Srimad Bhagavatam is the elephant. They keep one female elephant, and then they attract the male elephant, and when the male elephant comes to touch the female elephant, they fall into the pit, and then all other male elephants, and they come, and then they tie, and then they pull out, and the elephant is now captured. This is how even we are also getting trapped in the touch. If you have any doubt, see newspapers every day. You will find illegal affairs. Many places is caught in that hotel. A big guy is caught with that. This news is all over the newspapers. So I am not elaborating it. This is what is sparsha sukham, how people fall. Shabda sparsha rupam. Rupam, the flies, after the heavy rains, the flies, they flies, when these flies, when they come, they get attracted towards the light, and they fall directly into the fire without realizing the danger. They jump into the fire and gets burnt. So like that, we also, many things, when we see, and then the same thing happens. People get attracted towards some particular type of complexion, right? And they see the girls, and they get attracted towards them. Not only that, many things that you see, it is not necessarily be, even when you look at something, you like it. Suppose you see a beautiful house, big house, suddenly you get attracted, and then you fall in the trap that, oh, okay, I would like to buy that house or such houses. Or I'm just giving a very example. So like that, whenever you see something, how the rupam can deceive you. A rupam can deceive you. Anything that you get, we don't just see, we don't see it. We see, and then because of our previous data affected into our system, we get, I like this, I don't like this. That's all. This attachment and aversion we have to understand when we see things with our eyes. Any rupam, when we see, we should not get attached to the rupam. The names and forms are a problem. Okay, so shabda sparsha rupa rasam, taste. The taste is the most difficult thing. Taste is the most difficult to be overcome. The verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, I will read out. This one we have to read. Tavajjitendriyo nasyad vijidanyendriyah puman na jayed rasanam yavajjitam sarvam jite rasaha. Even if you conquer all other indriyas, one who can overcome rasanendriyam, till that time you can't say you are jitendriya. There's the meaning of it. If you can conquer the taste, rasanendriyam, you have conquered all five. So we we know it very clearly, is it not? when the gulab jamun or rasagulla is there in front of us, ஒரு கை பார்க்கலாம், right? Or payasam, 1 2 3, never get satisfied. And sometimes, sometimes we talk like that also. See, I have seen an old couple, okay, husband and wife, very old. The wife has diabetes. She has diabetes, and she can't have coffee or tea without sugar. Now she says then how much to put, the host, they want to say, yeah, put, how do you, whether you have to go without or with sugar. So without is a common term used, without or with, say, yeah, you can. So with lot of pride, they say, put one extra. Normally 2 spoons, but put 3 teaspoons you put. So from the dur, the husband also says, whether she has diabetes or not, doesn't matter, she will put extra. With a lot of pride, they say. Is it not? We say, from childhood, she is always, she likes sweets. With pride, we say. We don't feel even little bit of, it should not be the case. That thought is not there. That thought is not there. Even we feel pride about having extra when we have certain disease also. We should understand that. Okay, that is apart from that. So the taste is the most difficult indriyam to conquer. So for that point only, I said so much. And then what happens is, when we become old, and then there will be a time then it will be totally prohibited, and then we will be thinking, we won't be able to handle without that particular taste, whether it is spicy or whether it is a taste. Or see, that is why this monks and all, they earlier and all monks, I have heard that, I was just listening to today only, that once they collect their alms from various houses, they put it in one bowl, and then they dip in water, so that all that the individual taste is gone, and then they boil and eat, or all they mix together and have it one go. Not that, okay, this because the uh, the control over the senses has to be so natural that it is just considered as just food. That's all. We should eat good food, there is no doubt about it. We should eat good food, and to the required only, whatever is necessary for our actions. Suppose somebody who is a very physically very exhaustive work he is doing, he should eat that kind of food, and that food, so that it can be, that food can produce the energy for that person's requirement. That is what it is. Suppose somebody is sitting and then working in the office only, if he also goes and eats the way a hard physical activity guy, definitely there will be problems to the body. That is okay. So that is the point. So the control over the rasanendriyam is also equally important. So एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रं नानुवर्तयति हयः अघायुरिन्द्रियारामो मोघं पार्थ स जीवति. Same thing, the taste, smell also, right there. The bee is given an example. The bee, they take little only. They don't take little. They slowly they will take from each flower. So like that, because of the smell. And then what happens is, the honeybee, they start accumulating. When they start accumulating too much, the honeybees, they accumulate, and then suddenly somebody comes, and then through fire, etc., they kill all the bees and then take the honey. So like that the humans, what we do is, more than necessary we accumulate things, and then at the end, this person, without the vasana of accumulation, having, why should have more without giving anyone anything? This person accumulates, and then at the end, this person won't be able to enjoy it, and it will be taken over by his sons, his daughters, his other brothers, sisters, and everyone else. and this person is so sad and then dies miserably. So this is what is happening with the honeybee. So this is example given in Srimad Bhagavatam. So that realize the impermanency of all the jadavastus, all the shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandham indriya ramaha, do not be indriya ramaha, be atma ramaha. So this verse is a verse which points to the to which points us that never be indriya ramaha. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati hayah aghayurindriya ramo mogham partha sajivati. So with the 16th verse we'll stop, and 17th verse is just the opposite. That is the verse of a sthita prajna. What is a sthita prajna lakshanam? We have covered chapter 2. Please go through sthita prajna lakshanam before the next class, so that this next verse will become very easy. We can cover that verse in 5 minutes if we remember what is the sthita prajna lakshanam. So today we'll stop at 16th verse. We will continue in the next week, 17th verse. After the Shanti Mantra, we'll take the questions. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu.
Thank you.